I want to share the great story of Allama Hilli today with all of you. That Allama Hilli, you have known his name, inshallah, and mashallah, he is also buried there in the auspicious Maqam Muqaddisa. So this story is about Allama Hilli, that during his journey, he met a man who accompanied him to Karbala as well. Allama Hilli was going to Karbala, and he had a chance to meet, right? I mean, and they discussed many scholarly issues on which Allama Hilli realized that the man is so knowledgeable scholar. Right now, Allama Hilli did not know who is that knowledgeable scholar. And Allama Hilli asked, because he's the alim also, and he started asking him questions, and the scholar gave him quick and convincing answers. And then on some religious issue, Allama Hilli disagreed and said that no hadith proves it. And then in response, the scholar gave him the reference from Sheikh Tusi's book, Tehzeeb. Allama Hilli was surprised and started a new discussion and asked him if anyone can meet Imam Zamana in the time of occultation. Allama Hilli did not recognize. He said he's a very knowledgeable man. He asked him questions, and even he was answering the questions and also giving the reference. And then when Allama Hilli asked that can anyone meet Imam Zamana in the time of ghaibat, occultation, and while Allama Hilli was asking him this question, his whip, he has a whip, it dropped from his hand. And then the scholar picked and gave it back to Allama Hilli and said, why not, when he is holding one side of the whip and other side is in your hand? So the scholarly man was Allama, is Imam Zamana. So right now I wrote like that because at that time it was not sure, and even Allama Hilli was not sure who that was. That's why I wrote like that, a scholar and that. But when Allama asked him that, is it possible that anyone can meet Imam Zamana in the time of ghaibat? And suddenly his whip dropped, the stick, and the scholar picked and gave it back to Allama and said, why not, when he is holding one side of the whip and other side is in your hand? What does it mean? As soon as Allama realized that he was talking to Imam of his time, he threw himself to kiss the Imam's feet, but he fainted out of, obviously, immense happiness. And when he gained, hosh and consciousness, Imam had already disappeared. So that's why, in our lifetime, even when you had the opportunity to meet, and some people did not recognize that he's Imam of the time. So when he gained consciousness, Imam had already disappeared. And Allama Hilli visited Karbala, and when he went back to his hometown and searched that hadith what Imam was telling him, he found it exactly as was referred by Imam. And Allama wrote these remarks on the side note. This is hadith which Imam Zamana himself has informed me about. So see, mashallah, so many ulama who are ba'amal and pious. So Imam also gave them opportunity to meet. So it's not possible to meet or see or do ziyarat. It is possible. So we need to work on ourselves, toward our spirituality, towards all the aspects. Our means should be halal. Our heart should be, pure, and, I should not have any grudges, anything. So many things, conditions. And then, Imam also gave us the opportunity. So what is the barrier? Like in the previous story, we saw that the lessons. So what are the barriers? Sins are barriers. Otherwise, one can meet the Imam of the time. This story indicates that we can also meet our Imam, but unfortunately, what is the resistance? What is the barrier? Sins are turning. Our sins are turning as barriers. So we should avoid, and especially in these months, like Rajab, Shaban, and Ramadan, mashallah, it's coming. So we need to see and increase our spirituality and get rid of all the sins meanwhile. And the end note of both the stories, religion demands sacrifice.
اللهم صل على محمد محمد وآل محمد.